Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a update for you. So for those of you who don't know, I've been doing my PGA. I'm now in year 2 and I've pretty much completed the academic side of it. So I'm going to talk to you about what I've had to do for that. I've got on with my level 2 coaching, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my golf game, where I'm at with it, where I feel I can improve, and what I'm going to do to improve it in a documented series on YouTube, and what I'm going to use to help me get better at golf now the season's just about to start. For those of you who don't know, I have got a new set of golf clubs, which more will be said about that in upcoming videos, what's in the bag. I've gone, if you follow Dan Hendrickson, you would see that I went through a Wilson fitting, so I've got full Wilson bag coming. The irons have turned up, but we'll talk about specs and things later on. So first hole at Whitsun Bay, and I'm going to get the warm up. No warm up, I'm going to hit the 4-iron because it's a horrible club to hit. Take that for a start. Very nice indeed. So a few things going on with my swing which we'll talk about as we go around, trying a few more things out, trying to be a little bit more consistent. If you look at, I'll put a screenshot up now, my last 3 rounds I'm now using shot scope. I've had like a +7, a +6 and then a 4 under, and I've got one to go on which I played this weekend which is like a +7 or 8. So it's so inconsistent and it's down to confidence. So we'll talk about that as we go around. Okay, second shot, 172, playing 189. It's a good 5-iron for me. But middle of the fairway found that 4-iron, I'll take that. So my PGA, so I'm in year 2, just completed year 2, and I've just finished the academic side of year 2, which was 4 assignments and 4 exams, plus my level 2 coaching exam, which involved a multiple choice exam, which I passed, a practical assessment or practical lesson that I had to give, and something called explanation demonstration. It's where you explain what you're doing with the shot, with impact factors and club face angle and things like that, and then you have to demonstrate the shot as well. So that's all passed. So my level 2 coaching is now passed, apart from I think I've got to do a task book. Basically I've got to coach someone and document it. So academically in year 2 I'm all done, barring any exam failures. I do have to do one assignment because I did miss it sadly due to illness, so I have to redo that in August. Right, 189 downwind, all uphill with a 5-iron I've not ever hit. I think I've got in that bunker left of the green. Caught it a little bit heavy, but uphill lie, so a decent strike, but I'll take that. Hopefully a little up and down. Bunker shot required, up and down. I've got a new 60 degree in the bag. I did have a 58. I've got a high toe Wilson wedge. For this exact shot really. Nice high lip. Let's get up and down. Oh, go in. Go in. Oh, I'll take that all day long. Absolutely. Nice fluffy sand as well. Lovely. Nice to be in sand that's not compact and wet anymore. Over that weather. Hey, nice little tapping for a par to start with would be nice. So yeah, academically for the PGA, barring any resits and one assignment, this year is done. Take a par to start, don't do that very often on this hole. So that leaves playing season. So it's now playing season in PGA Devon. I've played a couple of winter medals, they do very well, don't really tend to do really well in them. I think +5 was the best I've done, which I'll sort of take. So yeah, playing season. So next week I play in the Torquay Pro-Am. Coach James, he's got me a team. But the thing with the Pro-Ams is I don't play a lot of PGA events. I've got to play 21. I don't think I've even got halfway yet. So next year I've got a big year of playing ahead of me. And this goes on to where my game's at the minute. I don't play a lot of Pro-Ams because I feel like I could let the team down. If I'm not taking my own team, what happens is I apply to play a Pro-Am, say Torquay or Truro or wherever. They assign me a team, and that team's paid £270 to play that Pro-Am, and then their pro turns up and I turn up, play like a donkey. I feel like I've let them down, so I kind of talk myself into entering pro-ams a little bit. Not really the right frame of mind, to be perfectly honest. But if I can get my game in a better position, then I will be more inclined to enter in these pro-ams, because I'll feel more obliged and feel like the team aren't really wasting their own money. And that was an awful swing. I got away with it, but it's just, I got a lot of work to do with my swing, which we'll talk about in a minute. Real lot of work to do with it. And the final thing I've entered is the 4-ball, Golf Breaks 4-ball with Jamie. It's a team comp, so I have other competitions to do. They're all going to be pro-ams really. I just don't feel confident enough to turn up and be put with a team for a pro-am and let them down, because it's they paid a lot of money to play in it. Although I keep producing shots like that, maybe I will. In the words of Happy Gilmore, he gives that a little tap tap taparoo for another par. We are scrambling at the minute. So, 2 pars, good start. Right, third hole, hardest hole for me in accordance with my shot scope stats, and I'll go more into shot scope stats as I've gathered a bit more, because that's going to be the basis on me kind of coaching myself to become better in order to feel a little bit more confident in these pro-ams, because ultimately that's what I'm trying to do. I want my golf game to be better. I know I've got it in me because I shot like 4 under here, but then the next day I shot like 8 over, so the consistency is not there, whereas the good players will be around level par, maybe 1 or 2 over, 1 or 2 under as a good sort of average. So I need to want to get to that level. So we're working on that. But first, before we talk about my swing and what I'm doing with my golf, let's talk about the channel. So you would have seen since February really, I've been putting out a lot more videos. So I've been trying to do it every day, or sorry, every other day. But then there was a break because it was exam week, so I had to do exams, and then the weather's been poor. But now we're coming into the summer and it's glorious days like this. I'm hoping to be out here filming more. Now you would have seen the first episode of season 1 of What's the Course Record, where me and Jamie tried to beat the course record at Bovey. I'm hoping to do more of those, and if you want to get involved with that, you want to invite me down to your club and be a subscriber in a What's the Course Record challenge, then there's an email down below. It's leewhitakergolf@gmail.com. Drop me an email with your name, your handicap and the course you're inviting me to, and I will try and plan a trip where I can go and visit other golf clubs and take on that challenge, because I'd love for you guys to be involved as much as I'd love to be involved. Now I appreciate that as soon as I start getting handicap golfers involved and it's a 2-man scramble, it'll be difficult, but who doesn't love a challenge? There'll be no shots, let's do it. So if you want to get involved, do drop me an email at that email down below. But otherwise, lots of things happening on the channel, lots of plans. Just involves me getting off my arse a little bit. Right, 6 iron, 180 yards. Got to be better, got to be confident, don't be afraid of the right. Good strike, not enough. Just at the mouth of the green. What I like at the minute is I'm definitely taking a divot after the ball. So that's always a confidence inspiring. I just feel like I'm getting a little bit steep on it. So I need to, which in turn is just bringing a spin up. I just need to shallow that out a little bit. Delicate little chip, goes down in little steps here, but I want to try and land it on the second step down. Then it should release down to the hole, sort of favour the left hand side because I think it breaks into the right. So yeah, channel wise, lots of stuff doing. There are, obviously I'm going to appear on certain times on Dan's channels, on break pars, or if we go away and things like that. And I'll try and get Dan on here a little bit more, sort of giving me coaching and things like that, because it's all right coaching myself, but Dan's such an experienced coach that he will find flaws that I won't, because I'm so inexperienced in my PGA coaching career, so to speak. So yeah, lots of things coming, so please do subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. I plan on doing a bit more traveling and visiting other golf courses. Right, that's the channel. Let's give this a little chip, and then let's talk about my golf. Oh, it's just a little bit too far, so it's just released to the back of the green. But I'm certainly getting more confident now on those little chip shots. This 60 with this high toe, Dan recommended putting it in when I went for the fit-in. I was all on a 58, but he sort of convinced me to put this 60 high toe in, and I'm so glad he did. Right, I'm always happy with a 4 on this hole. Look at my shot scope stats. This averages out as a 4 anyway. Stroking Nick's 1 for me on this course for the times I played it. I'm not displeased with a 4 really. I know I can make it up in other places sometimes, unless I'm playing break par with Dan, and I play absolutely like an idiot. Go on, go on. We'll take a 4. Let's talk about my golf. Right, I've stole the Wilson driver back out the office because Dan's finished with it. Sadly, mine's not here yet. But once all my clubs come, I will do a what's in the bag so you can see what I've got and the specs and things like that. So anyway, my golf. Those of you who have watched the Bovey Castle What's the Course Record would have, and some of you actually commented on it saying, Lee, what has gone on with what you're doing with your swing? When I don't have any confidence, that's what happens. I basically follow through and I'm like this, and it's just all over the place. Like, I got around okay on that day, but I didn't feel any confidence at all. And it's a problem of mine that I think I try and change my swing every time I play golf, which is not a good trait to get into. So I'm going back to basics now. I quite like the fade, but what's been happening is the fade's turned into a bit of a slice onto target, and I've been aiming more left and more left and more left, and I see amateurs do it all the time, and I tell them not to, but there I am doing exactly the same thing. So I'm going to work on a few things in my swing, and basically what I'm trying to do is, as I get to here, I'm just trying to feel like I'm shallowing it out a little bit, because I can get a little bit steep on it, but if I feel like I can shallow it out, I can rotate a little bit more. Because if I watch myself swing when I'm at impact, I'm very much like that, face on, and I need to be rotating more. My body stops, my arms take over. I either flip it left or leave the face wide open. So that's one thing, but that doesn't help me. Well, I suppose it does help me score, but my course management needs a lot more work on it, and that's where ShotScope comes into it. So I've now got the X5 watch. ShotScope have kindly sent me one, so thank you to ShotScope. And that's going to help me. I'm going to document every round that I play, and that's going to help me to target in on zones where I need to be performing better, whether that's approach play from 100 yards, putting, driving, whatever. I can dive down into the specs and into the stats and just help myself play better golf. Right, driver. Par 4, 280 yards uphill, plays probably around about 310. Just like to get about, I don't know, 80 yards short of it. Is with the wind a little bit today. So I'm aiming up the left to fade it. And that's the bad swing. I'm going to get away with that. That is absolutely rubbish. Just hit it so high on the toe. I'm going to do that one again. I mean, it's in play, but oh God, just cannot get the driver going at the minute. I'm just coming over the top and I'm absolutely frightened to death of it. Right, come on, sort it out. Be positive. That's more like it. So when I rotate the body more, that's a nice high fade, straight down the fairway. It's just so much more controllable. When the body stops, the arms take over, and that's where that comes into it. Not great. Right, we've probably got about 100 in from here. Not great. Not good at all. Driving needs some work. Definitely needs some work. Right, 50 degree uphill. So, in essence, I'm going to document what I'm practicing, what I'm learning, and hopefully what that will do is it'll help you guys somehow, even if you pick up a little tip off it, or a little trick, or a little training technique to help you improve your game. But what it is really is for you to see what I'm doing with my golf in order to try and better myself. Because the last couple of rounds on camera, especially that break par with Dan, I was pretty crap. How diggy was that? Let's try that one again. Let's give it another go. I'm just so diggy. Need to remember to shallow it out. Shallow it out. Shallow out. Come on, rotate the body. That's better. Not as much of a divot. It's different. It's easy to sort of pick holes in your own game. I might do a course vlog where I have like 9 holes where I have 2 goes at every shot and see what I score, because I think if I did that I'd be pretty good, because my second shot's always better. Well, that's interesting. The first one turned out to be the better shot of the 2, even though the second one felt right. Got a birdie putt. Let's finish this video level par. That'd be nice. Oh, burned the edge. Tricky par putt now. Breaking left to righter, firm and straightly. Firm and straight. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that little update of what's happening with my PGA, what's happening with the channel, and what's happening with my golf. Lots of stuff to work on with all the aspects really, and I will keep you informed. For those that are interested, mother and baby, my wife and Nora are doing fantastic. She's now nearly 3 years old, so she's a bit of a gob. Yeah, she's gobby. She bosses everybody around, but she's absolute worldy little baby, so well behaved. As always, thanks always to Whitsand Bay for allowing me to film. If you're ever in the Tor Point area or the South Cornwall area, please do pay this place a visit. It's a superb course. It's not the most expensive course in the world. And if you're in the area, let me know and I'll try and pop down and say hello at the same sort of time. As always, please like this video if you've liked it, and click the button there to subscribe to my channel and keep following my journey to better golf. Let's just say that. The journey to better golf. See you soon.